Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Rose, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 45. 45, boys. I'd like to introduce my co-host, the Johnny Silverhand himself, Daniel.
Yes, look at my
Navarolio.
Navarolio.
Navarolio. And I can't think of another cyberpunk name. Judy herself, Sims.
Cyberpunk wasn't that good.
You were kind of right, though. Like, this whole time, like, you weren't wrong. You know, like, it did come out below expectations.
It was always going to come out below expectations. Like,
well, yeah, that's true.
That's very true.
We'll get into it in a little bit. I disagree that it's bad.
No, I knew you disagree. It's not bad. It's just not what people expected.
Sure.
Like, me saying it's not going to be that good was always, it wasn't going to be this, like, groundbreaking game. It was just going to be a normal RPG. I was right.
Yeah. Here, I'll put it in the most simplest terms. It is the best Bethesda game I've ever played.
I disagree with that. Fallout 3 is a little bit better, but
I don't know about that.
Let's get into it. Me and Daniel have been playing this game for a week now, right? Has it been a whole week already?
Yeah, I don't remember if I played on Thursday or not, but
whatever.
About a week.
A whole week ago now. We've had a whole week. Me and Daniel. What level are you, Daniel?
I am level 20 or 21, and then I have 28 or 29 street cred.
I'm level 20. I have 30 level street cred. Yeah. Daniel, have you been enjoying it thus far? How's your week been?
Yeah, a lot, actually. And this week has been very interesting. I don't really want to talk too much about the negative, to be honest, but I've had almost no problem at all. Like, I've had very few glitches. I've been extremely lucky. I've had one issue I mentioned to you guys about it being stuck at a load screen, and it was pretty easy to solve, and nothing really happened after that. I've had a couple of glitches, like my first person perspective kind of got zoomed in for a little bit, but I've only had that maybe once or twice.
Sure.
And then there was one part where Jackie's like sitting on a chair. He was kind of like floating, but that's the only other glitch I've had.
Yeah, if you want to get like
no crashes,
get out of the way first. I've had 3 crashes.
Just straight crashes.
Yeah, it just goes to the main menu and just turns off the game.
What, like blue screen?
No blue screen. It literally just like
close the game.
Menu. Yeah, it just closes the game. That happens. It happened twice when I was driving as fast as I could. So I was like, okay, maybe don't do that. They're like, don't do that. And then another weird one I had was there was a part in one of the main missions where I was like in the passenger seat, and then it would be like a car chase. It was like a car chase where I'm shooting out the window and shit. And every time I would die during that car chase, it would reload, and I would be in the driver's seat, but I'd be stuck in the body of the person that's driving. So like, yeah, it was very weird. I was like inside this person and like also trying to shoot out the car and stuff at the same time. It was a very odd glitch. But
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know about you with the glitches. I kind of feel like they're being blown out of proportion a little bit. Like, maybe I'm just so used.
You're playing.
Sure. I don't know. Maybe people were just expecting this like super polished thing. It was kind of exactly what I was expecting. Like, I'm saying leading up to it, how buggy this shit's gonna be.
I mean, every open world has glitches.
Yeah, exactly. That too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to like Bethesda games and shit like that like I'm just used to seeing this weird shit. I don't know. I know everyone complains about it and like breaks immersion and stuff. I guess, like, I don't know, man. I see like a floating gun or whatever. I'm not gonna like just put down the game and be like, oh no, of it now,
That's it. I'm out of the game. I'm done.
I'm out. I'm
done.
Oh, God, there's a gun there. Shit, you broke the immersion. Wait, I'm not in Night City right now? What?
Wait, guns can actually float? What?
How did I get in my room? What the fuck is happening? Yeah, I haven't ran into any like game breaking stuff. Nothing like that really. We are playing on the next gen consoles, so I know that helps a little bit, but like, again, I've seen like what does bother me is like I've seen how it runs on the high end PCs now, and like I've seen like how many like NPCs are walking around in that version, how many cars are on the road and stuff. mine does feel empty sometimes. Just my whole world, where like I'll be walking around and I'm like, it's really weird. No one's walking on this street or driving right now, in this gigantic city. But
it's the game I'll probably keep saved on my hard drive, and just as they get updated, I'll just pop in, just take a look at Night City as it's being updated. Especially they said they're doing a patch January and February. I'll probably keep it until then and just look at those patches, huge patches when they do them.
Yeah, I'd like to recheck in once the actual next gen upgrade comes.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I want to talk about like the game itself a little bit.
Yes, of course.
How are you enjoying that, Daniel?
So last week, I even before I told you guys I wanted to do more hacking and be the net runner. I am speccing a lot into my intellect, but I'm using that for more conversational things.
Yeah.
And actually, I put most of my perks into reflex. So I'm doing like assault rifles and pistols, mostly pistols. So I am shooting way more than I thought. I'm stealthing, and then when stealth doesn't work, I hack a few things, and then I will just shoot everybody.
I think this is where a lot of people's disappointment for the actual game itself, take away the bugs, comes from and stuff. The hacking is not very deep. Neither is the stealth. You could not hack your way and stealth your way through this whole game. Like you could, I guess.
Probably could.
You have a shitty experience.
Just save scum. Just do
like
that.
It'd be boring as hell, I think.
Yeah,
like, I don't,
just save scum.
This isn't like a giant RPG that also has like a whole Deus Ex hacking thing in it or whatever, or it's like a Metal Gear stealth game at the same time as being a first-person shooter RPG. This is your basic Far Cry Fallout type game, I think. To me it is, and like that's the way I wanted to play it anyway, so I'm not really too bothered. But like this is like you're pretty much running gunning the whole fucking time. Like I stealth too until I get caught, then it's just I'm murdering everyone in the room, and that's how every game goes. That's how I play every Fallout, that's how I play every Far Cry, you know what I mean? And that's why I think it's just not as deep as an RPG as people expect. I think it is in like choices that's being made, right? And like different branching paths that the game can take with the story and stuff,
especially dialogue and
dialogue and different things that can happen and stuff.
Yeah,
like you were just telling me about a whole different side mission you did because you chose the nomad path and not your street kid, and you had like whole
I mean, it's not much of a spoiler. It's the Alana Pierce mission. I did that.
So yeah, I think it's more of a deep RPG in that type of way, where like there's different choices, different branching quests, stuff like that. But like gameplay wise, this is pretty much just your basic run and gun gameplay, which is fun.
I do have a
question about the gunplay
because you're street kid.
Yeah.
How often does that pop up for you? Like a street kid option all the time? Okay, so because it does for me as a nomad, and I was just like,
I assume they all get one all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
so I wonder if it pops up at the same points. It's just you get to say something different because you are different.
Yeah,
like at the same point in the conversation.
Oh, you think like it'd just be a different option? Like
exactly.
Yeah, or it could be deep enough to do like different conversations, get different ones and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I wish
it's hard to tell with this, like what's different because you're only playing your path, right?
I know.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to like really tell unless you went back into it and did everything. There was a couple times I like reloaded after I made a decision just to see what the other one was, and yeah, they're very different. Like I did this side mission where I was following this woman, I was tracking her, and she went into this apartment building, and I got the option to call the guy I was doing the mission for, and then I could either kill her or not. So I did both ways, see how differently it went. If you didn't kill her, she ended up giving me a mission later on because that's the one I stuck with. And then if you killed her, you ended up getting paid from that, and then you got another mission from that same guy. Just stuff like that, It's just and again, I think that's where a lot of people's disappointment comes in. It's not like a super deep RPG. I don't think this isn't like Divinity Original, or what's that game called?
Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah, there you go. I was on the right path there, or whatever. Yeah, stuff like I don't think it's not like a super deep RPG like that. Like it is more of a GTA type thing, a Far Cry type thing.
Like it's a weird game to describe it, but to me it was like Borderlands meets Fallout meets GTA.
Yeah, no, it is a lot of stuff like that.
That's basically what it reminded me of.
Yeah. So combat rise, you're kind of doing the same thing I am, just kind of stealth until you get caught, then you run.
Pretty much. That's pretty much where I landed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much. It sounds like that's pretty much where everyone's going.
I think so. And a lot of my talking, I have like 14 intellect right now. So
oh, dude, you
I
went
do
that high
get.
with it. Okay.
I'm just pumping intellect I want to max that out just so if anybody talks to me about hacking or whatever, or whatever my intellect can be used for, I'm picking that choice. I've had like one at 13. It was like an option at 13 intellect. I was like, okay, so we're getting to the point, man. I need to get really high intellect.
Story so far, you've been enjoying it. I've been really liking it.
Yeah, I really like the story and the characters. Like there are a few characters that are whatever, but there are a lot of good characters in this game, and that's pretty much what I expected from CD Projekt Red is good characters.
Yeah. One of my main problems with it is the way the quests are structured. They don't do a very good job of telling you they need like another thing, like, oh, these are important side quests. These ones don't really worry about too much because there's they kind of just give you side jobs, right? And it's just a whole bunch of shit on your list, and it's just
and then there's the gigs.
Yeah, and there's gigs. Gigs, at least are like, okay, those are just basic. Go in there, you're gonna kill a bunch of guys, grab something, get out. Like those are real quick missions. But the side jobs, it's just like I have no idea if this is gonna be like a 10-second job or like a super long quest, and it's just there's no way of telling really. Like you can I've kind of been picking up on it more when someone like actually calls you and tells you to come meet them. That usually means you can start like a big side quest with them, like a longer one that's going to take a couple hours. Normally then it does, but even then I've gone to a guy's house after he's called me and it was like a 10-second thing, So it could have been structured better, I think, with the quest, definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, also, I guess we'll just keep talking about the quests. I don't like they even do it in some of the main missions, like, oh, wait a day or wait for them to call you back. Like,
oh yeah, I hate that. I hate it's got to be daytime,
it's got to be daytime, or maybe at midnight or whatever. Like I just want to, if I want to do your quest, just let me keep doing the quest until it's complete.
Yeah.
Don't halt me and then make me go do a different quest, and then in the middle of me doing this quest, she calls me back, and then I got to go do that quest again. It's like I'd rather just complete one quest line than start another quest line, right? I don't like that.
Yeah. The side quests themselves, though, like when I do get a good one, it hits right, it's fucking great. Like those are spectacular. Yeah. The CD Projekt Red pretty much known at this point for having like really amazing side content. At least coming off Witcher 3, that's kind of what you expect. And they certainly deliver here. It's just kind of hard to find. It's more of a struggle to find those really good quests than I'd like, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's just a lot around the game.
Yeah, there's a lot to get into here. It's such a big game. I mean, there's so much going on still. It's just, I would say overall, it's a great game. If you like games like Far Cry, like GTA, like Fallout, you're gonna enjoy this. Like the gameplay's great, the shooting's great. I think. I
like the driving. Right.
I know you don't. Horrible. Yeah,
I know you don't like the driving. I like it. I don't think it's the best driving. I don't think it's GTA 5.
No, like you couldn't race with this driving. I don't think. And it's funny because I did just unlock race missions, but like I don't think.
Yeah, I have that too.
It's not GTA. It's nowhere close to that.
It's not GTA, but I think you could race if it's just kind of pretty straight goes. I think it'd be fine.
I can see that getting so frustrating if it was like a hard race though. And
yeah, but there were races.
Driving feels like they want you to like look around more than actually care about driving. They want you to like look around the city.
Well, especially if you're in the passenger in like the missions and they're looking at like driving you to a location. They really just kind of want
you drive in third person, right? I'd imagine everyone.
I do, of course. I'm not driving. What am I, an insane person?
I know. I just like, why the hell would that even be an option?
That's one thing I hate about Far Cry is that they constantly force you to drive in first person. I hate it.
I do get a lot of Far Cry vibes off this game though. Like even the shooting feels very Far Cry to me. Like I think it's
a little snappier than Far Cry.
Sure, it might be. Yeah.
Far Cry I think is a little heavier. In my head it is. Not that it's bad, but I think this game feels a little better and smoother than Far Cry.
The main thing I want to give a shout out to is the world itself, the map itself.
Just Night City.
This is quite possibly is the best video game map in video games. You know what I mean? Like it is.
Oh, just navigating it.
Yeah, just the map itself, the way it looks, the way it's set up, navigating it, all of that. Like this is literally like what you dream of. It's a giant city as a map. You know what I mean? And it's like no other game has that. You know, there's always all these games that I'm playing where I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to get into the giant city. You know what I mean? Just to see what it looks like. You know, like Witcher 3, for example. You're just like, once you got to that giant city, I forget what that one was called.
I mean, there's
like,
a couple.
Man. Yeah. It was like, oh man, look around, look at all these buildings and stuff. This is that whole game now, you know. And like,
but I guess the big difference is that there was multiple cities in that game, and this just you are just in the city. You don't get like the wow moments that I think The Witcher 3 had.
Sure, you don't get that like wow look at the city moment because
you're always going around in The Witcher. A lot of the time you're going in swamps and hills and mountains and stuff, and then you go into the city and see all these NPCs and people you could talk to, and there's more of a wow moment there than I think here, where you're just kind of just in the city. There are wow moments in different ways, seeing the different sections of the city, seeing where you can get to in the locations, or even in the Badlands, which I think is really cool area too, where it's just
it's really cool when you go out there and then it's different, you know, when you finally get out to the Badlands. It's like, oh, okay, now here's like a giant wasteland part. That's cool.
Yeah,
but just the way the city is built though is so cool. Like there's nothing like this in a video game.
Yeah, everything's overlapping
on top of each other. Yeah. Like literally I was on top of this like platform area where like there was a shopping section and stuff, and I got another mission, and the mission was like just below me and to the right, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's crazy. And you know, like it was still like a 5-minute walk to fucking get there, you know? Which is awesome.
Yeah, I want to shout out the characters. Like, I don't know if there's enough talk about the characters individually. Like, there are so many really good characters. Johnny, I think, is the most mixed character. I still really like Johnny. I could see why some people wouldn't like Johnny.
I love Johnny.
I really like Johnny too. Judy's one of my favorite characters in the game. Pan Am, we talked about Pan Am earlier.
Pan Am, fantastic.
Pan
There's not
really
like
cool.
a side character I've met that I've had like a lengthy conversation with that I haven't liked. Honestly.
Yeah,
or like, haven't at least been interested in like their backstory and stuff.
Have you talked to River yet?
No, I
haven't. Any mission? Wait till you get to River. River's really cool. Claire's really cool. Like a lot of these side characters, these aren't even like, a lot of them are main characters, but then they will have side missions as well. You're not just doing the main storyline. Or Goro, he's part of the main story. He's a really interesting character. The characters are really good. Even V, which V is very interesting because however you play V is different a little bit to you, but V is a character.
Yeah, they do the best job of making your creative character feel like an actual person inside this world than any other game, for sure.
Yeah, like V.
The writing's all there, man. Like the characters are all there. The story's
sometimes the writing isn't. But
you think the writing's a bit off sometimes?
Sometimes
it can get a little too of that like edgy cyberpunkness. You know. I
don't know if it's the term, like the edgy in terms. Like I don't mind that. It just sometimes the dialogue.
That's what it is, though, right? Like we talk about cyberpunk, like it's edgy, you know? Like
I mean, I don't know if I would describe the game as edgy. That's not. I don't know if that's
not the game itself, but like the dialogue.
No, I think it's more like slang terms and stuff.
Sure.
They're throwing a lot of terms that they normally use that you kind of have to get used to. You know, like your fixers and all that kind of stuff. Like
chooms,
yeah, or gonks.
That's all they call you. You fucking gonk.
Yeah. Or here's all your chooms coming up. Stuff like that. Like there are just terms that you just have to get used to. But it's more of just like how some dialogues are said, and I don't know. It's for the most part, it's good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to say on it? I know we'll have
the music. The music's really good.
Music is great. Yeah.
I've really like stuck to the like the house electronic station. That's kind of where I landed.
Okay.
Just pretty much the whole time, but the rest of the music's still really good too.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on it too. We'll have more.
Yeah, I haven't beat it yet.
Yeah, I haven't beat it yet. We're both like 20 hours in ish, something like that.
Yeah, I'm like 24, I think.
Yeah, really enjoying it thus far. I don't think it's the deep RPG everyone wanted and expected. I don't even know what I expected. Not even.
I didn't expect the deepest RPG. I don't really know if The Witcher was the deepest RPG. I just think it had a lot of things going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, really enjoying the game so far.
Are we going to talk about the stuff in the news?
What do you want to talk about?
Like the apology letter, etc. Yeah.
We can talk about all that right now if you want to.
I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the news, but I mean, yeah. So CD Projekt Red came out with a letter apologizing for how it runs on last gen consoles and stuff. Apologizing for not even showing how the last gen consoles ran before they released the game, stuff like that. Sims, did you have something you want to say on it?
When the review came out, last Monday, and I kicked off and I was like, why are they not showing it? Like, why, you know what I mean? Why wasn't the writing on the wall there? Like, why did nobody question it on that Monday? Like, why was no one questioning it?
There was questions,
but like,
wasn't everyone?
I don't know. I didn't see it. It was just more like, everyone was like, oh, we get the PC review first. And then that didn't set anybody's alarm bells ringing. No one was like, oh, well, the console version must be bad then, because why wouldn't they let us review it? And then obviously the console version come out and then people reviewed it. IGN gave it a 4.
Yeah, they gave it a 4. Yeah.
So what? Imagine if they just released imagine if they gave codes out to everyone, which they weren't going to do anyway, because they obviously want the good reviews. Then, I know, all jokes aside, my 76 on Metacritic doesn't sound so stupid.
For the PS4 version, no, it doesn't. But I don't want to say I get it, but like, they're a business, and like there's the head ups there. We're never gonna let people see how that console version ran before the game came out. They were never gonna fucking do that. That would have, if they would have let people review that console version before that, and this game did come out with like a 76 on Metacritic, they would have been fucked. You know what I mean? They would have been. I mean, they're fucked now. They're getting more refunds now than they expected, I'm sure. But I mean, they probably didn't expect any refunds. But they're literally having to give refunds out now for the way it runs on last gen consoles. So I don't know.
I think they probably should have delayed again. But
yeah, 100%.
If they did that, then they would. 100%. If they did that, then they would miss a lot of this winter sales, which is a huge reason why people release around this time.
It's like I
understand business wise why they wouldn't, but they probably should have.
It's the meme on the internet, isn't it? It's like, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. The game comes out, why is the game broke? Like,
right.
Delay it again. Like, I know, like, obviously they lose out on the full sales.
I mean, instead of even delaying it, they honestly shouldn't have they should have just not have put out those versions. They should have just said, yep, it's just going to be Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC, and that's all.
But it doesn't run well on the PS5, does it really? I know you're having a good time, but many people aren't having a good time.
Mine runs well on the Series X.
I mean, I've seen comparisons with the PS4 version and the PS5. I mean,
what bothers me is that's the PS4 version. Like, will my PS Pro version work? Will that look the same, or will that look a bit better?
No, it's gonna probably just
it's gonna look much
different. So. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think that they just should not have launched on those consoles. Should have just been.
Maybe they shouldn't have lost on consoles in January. In general, you know what I mean? And
yeah, just make it PC only until January.
But they can't do that. They can't all of a sudden, like 7 years later, just go, well, no, we're not going to do it on a console anymore.
I mean, they're a PC first developer. They always have been. So why not?
But for 7 years marketing, it's coming to thingy. And then all of a sudden it's not.
Sometimes things change. You should have just said no PS4 version and no Xbox One version.
What's really a shame for them is that they've lost all their goodwill, I think.
Have they lost all of it? I don't know.
Maybe not all of it, but a good chunk. They are no longer, going to be held to this high standard. I don't think so. Sure. Like, when their next game comes out, people are going to be worried for sure, 100%. And they could have easily just avoided it by delaying it until next March, April. And just came out.
I don't know if they've lost all of it because they had so much of it.
It's just the way they lied is fucked up. Like, I agree with that. Maybe not lied, but like,
I don't
just
know
didn't say anything.
I mean, not saying anything isn't lying.
But it's not being honest though, is it? Like, oh, here's the PC reviews.
It's not being See, again, it's also not being dishonest.
Yeah, but it's like it's even the review was dodgy though, wasn't it? Like, Tom Mark starts his IGN review. Hi, this is our review, but CD Projekt Red won't let us use our own footage. Why? Like, all of a sudden, I was like, why?
That happens with other games.
I've never seen that ever.
Yeah, well, we also don't review games.
No, of course not. But IGN was transparent. Like
I don't want to play second hand, but like I listened to the Bombcast and Jeff Gersman was saying that this is a regular thing, happens all the time.
Why are they not transparent in that? Why IGN? Fair enough. Like,
see, I don't know. I'm just going by like this doesn't seem to be. I don't think that that's something. Not using your own footage is whatever. I don't really think that means anything.
Oh no, it does 100%. If I'm not seeing their footage, then that's a problem to me.
They would only be allowed to show PC footage anyways, and that would be fine. So,
but why they still couldn't show the footage? I don't get it. Like it was just dodgy from word go. And I'm not against this game at all. Like all the jokes that I've made, blah blah blah. I'm technically right because the way I was saying, I don't think it's gonna be that good because it's not gonna be this world-defining best game of all time, and it hasn't been. And even the people that look past the bugs and look for the game for what it is, they're not that impressed. Like Paris Lilly, #1 Cyberpunk fan, even he's like, I'm not that impressed. Do you know what I mean? Like he's having a good time. He's and I'll have a good time with it, but he's not like this is the greatest game of all time.
It still would have been.
It's still been the same thing.
Disappointing to a lot of people. Because like I was just saying when we were talking about the actual game itself, it's not this deep RPG that I think a lot of people wanted. But yeah, they should have delayed the game. Should have been delayed till like next April. Would have been fine.
And none of this like.
I think they would have just made that all back up. Like they got all year of 2021 and the holiday of 2021 too. So I don't know. And they wouldn't.
Maybe they needed income.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And there's a lot of people comparing this to like Fallout 76 and No Man's Sky, and it's like, oh, they'll fix it and stuff. But it's like, this is a single player RPG. Those are multiplayer games. You know what I mean? It's like, those are games that are like ongoing. Or
even Anthem.
That people are going to come back to.
And it's like, this game actually has a good game in there, though, compared to those games,
Yeah. And this game, it's way better than those games. Not I don't even mean gameplay wise. I just mean like, built wise, like just what the game is itself. It's way better than those games. But like, I don't think it's anywhere near as buggy and as bad as No Man's Sky was when that first launched, and I played that right on launch day.
It's such a shame. Like they make Witcher, and it's probably the greatest game of all time. I don't know. Like I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, where was it in the game of the generation? Like what happened to what why
got far.
Why didn't we win? Why didn't that win? I was thinking that like
it got far.
I don't think it's better than anything we put in the top 5, but yeah.
I don't know. Unfortunately, it's just such a dodgy review. It's almost like we need to get this out. We need to get that over. I think it was said in the podcast that if they needed to get over 90 to get their bonuses or something like that. So obviously they just took out.
They've gone back on that too as well.
But it's just not right, is it? I don't know. I would have bought the game either way. Like it doesn't affect me. It's just the other people that are, I don't know. That review still pisses me off. Like it come out on the Monday, you can only play the PC. Why? Oh, you can't see their footage. Why? And all of a sudden, and then I knew this was like after that, it was kind of like I had this like bad taste in my mouth. Like I was watching other people's streams like on the Monday. When did it? Yeah, reviewed on Monday, and then people started to get the codes and start streaming it up until I think it was Wednesday onwards. And it looked decent. I was like, oh, this is sick. Well, I don't know. I just got a bad taste. I just don't like the way they did it, and I'm guessing that's I'm doing something, sorry. The whole everyone's opinion on it. And don't get me wrong, the game's great by the sounds of it. Like you two are having a hell of a time on it. And I'll play it on the PS5 and hopefully don't have that many problems. And I think all this whole I think some people that we listen to our podcast mentioning their names are like they want to be immersed, and then when they get taken out of the immersion, that affects their. I don't feel exactly like Connor's like I'm playing a game at the end of the day. I don't need to be in the game. I just sat there in my pants
all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm sat there in my pants, covered in fucking Cheeto dust, and I'm having a good time. If the game crashes, I'd just be like, all right.
Yeah, every time the game's crashed for me, it's just like, all right, I'll just boot it back up, and then I'm right back where I was in like 5 seconds, So it's just like, the crashes aren't. I get it, like it breaks immersion, it does, but it's just, I don't know. I kind of.
I guess my perspective is pretty similar to you, Sims. I'm just not that ramped up about it. I just feel like everyone is at a 10 right now all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
But the marketing for this game has been, this is going to be a 10, this is going to be a 10, this is going to be the greatest thing. Holly, no disrespect to Holly.
So.
I think so. That Holly was like, this is the greatest thing. Obviously, that is her company anyway. This is the greatest game of all time. And we're going to be immersed in all this like, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, all this, like, oh, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. You'll be able to do this, you'll be able to go and change your clothes, and you'll be able to fucking get your dick out and whatever. And it's just a normal game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get my point across there quick, but
I know.
I just saw through it like this is just gonna be a normal game. Like there's nothing special about this game. It's third person, which puts me off anyway.
I mean,
it's
think
not.
That there is a lot special about the game, though.
I get, but it's not the best game of all time, and that's where everyone, the general public, was thinking. Like, I think us three kind of knew it. I was just trying to be a bit of a dickhead about it, but everyone was so pure about it.
Is We Are Us, and there's also the critics, right? And anybody kind of listening to podcasts and all that. It's such a small portion. You know how many people are just going to buy this game? They see Keanu, they see the name, they've seen the name for years. They're just going to buy this game. They're not listening to us or looking up an IGN review.
No,
right?
100%. Well, I didn't like the way they did it. That still knocks me, and I'll be moaning about it forever. But I you know, if you say that other people do it and I don't know that, that's fair enough. I don't know that, but I still don't like it.
I mean, this is what Jeff Gerstmann has.
Yeah, of course. Jeff Gerstmann, he needs to know his shit. He knows what he does. Like,
so he said that him and a couple of the other guys on the show said that it's a pretty regular thing. So that's I took that by his word, you know.
I don't know.
And with that, we will move on.
Yeah, we got a big show today.
We do. We got a lot of news to get through. Sims, have you played anything recently? You weren't on the show last week, bud.
No, I was ill. I was poorly, as the English would say. No, honestly, like, I'm just looking at my PlayStation like, you fucking piece of shit. Like,
gross fucking.
I just don't, and it's ticking. Like, it's on standby mode. I'm not even finished the Kate Bishop DLC. I'm doing like one mission a night. I'm just like, I just can't be arsed with you. He's just there making a noise.
That gross DualShock 4.
Piece of shit. You know,
mine's a paperweight now.
Fucking no! I honestly just don't want to play anything. I get the PlayStation. I get the PlayStation in 8 days.
Awesome.
So,
okay. Well, with that, we will move on to the news. We all look forward to Sims getting his PS5 finally.
Fucking don't we all?
I mean, I've been trying. I still can't get it.
We all do. Daniel still can't find one.
Well, at least you're getting like regular stock updates. You get stock like every day. It's like, oh, there's new PlayStation 5. There's PlayStation 5. Yeah, there's PlayStation 5. Yeah. We're just like, where's the PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
So to start off the news, where you guys want to start? Let's start with all the Game Awards stuff, because the Game Awards happened last week Thursday, and there was a lot.
I mean, there's a lot.
Want to go over the winners real quick?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know we were going to go over the winners. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, we could do that. I won't do all of them, but we'll just shout out
some of the big
ones. Sure, we'll do some of the big ones. Start here. Best multiplayer game was Among Us, of course.
Congratulations, Among Us.
Congrats, Among Us. Sports and racing was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2.
Yeah, I was thinking about you when I was sat in my pants.
That's Tony Hawk.
When my Cheeto does.
On the Cheeto does. Where do we gonna go? Best family game was Animal Crossing: New Horizons, which I believe this was the only thing.
Yeah, quite
shocking.
Not shocking. I still thought, even to the last wire, that Animal Crossing was going to win the game of the year.
Oh, I thought for sure he was going to say Animal Crossing.
Really?
I was like, 100%.
So much stuff. I was like, they're going to give it to something else. There's no way they give it to Last of Us. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second. Best RPG was Final Fantasy VII Remake.
No Yakuza. It sucks.
No Yakuza.
It's the one thing it was nominated for, but whatever.
Action Adventures, Last of Us Part 2. Of course. Action game was Hades. Accessibility Award was Last of Us Part 2, of course. VR AR was Half-Life Alyx, of course. Community support was Fall Guys. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good they got something, right? They definitely deserve something this year.
Mobile game was Among Us again.
They beat Call of Duty twice.
Yeah, they did.
Look at that.
There you go. Among Us. Indie game was Hades. Daniel, I know you're a big fan. Hades. Naturally. Ongoing game was No Man's Sky.
Look at that. Sean Murray.
I can't believe it. He was having a drink. It was dead funny. He was like, not on this. He's like, What? You're on drugs, mate.
Like, I thought everyone hated me.
Yeah, Sean Murray was not ready.
What's going on here? Why has it got off? Hello? Oh no. Why is it not? Why is everything stopping? Wait, hold on. Hold on.
I'm gonna keep going. Best score in music was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think that was the rightful winner.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Art direction was Ghost of Tsushima.
I think we said that too.
Yeah. Narrative was Last of Us Part 2.
Well, I guess that's the only thing Ghost won, which is interesting.
It also won the People's Choice.
Well, other than the People's Choice.
Yeah.
Other than People's Choice.
I mean, you could make an argument you'd rather win the People's Choice than the actual Game of the Year, honestly.
Maybe.
You could. I mean,
I think the people are wrong.
People themselves chose that.
Yeah. That's not what I voted for.
This one surprised me. Most anticipated was Elden Ring. It just surprised me with what it's up against on this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get it. That was my prediction.
Yeah, we didn't get a trailer.
Is Elden Ring the
Here, I'll read it off. This is what it was up against. It was.
Which one's the Elden Ring?
Horizon. It's the From Software game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was up against Halo Infinite, Horizon 2, God of War sequel, Resident Evil Village, and the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Well, God of War sequel's not coming out.
I thought for sure the Breath of the Wild sequel.
I thought Breath of the Wild, yeah. I said that.
I mean, Elden Ring is a shock, but cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And then Best Game Direction, Last of Us Part 2.
Interesting.
Yeah. Usually Best Game Direction and Game of the Year or something different. Well, because then obviously Game of the Year was Last of Us Part 2. Rightfully so, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so.
A lot of hate on the internet is like, they've won all this, it's
like it was a boring pick or whatever. It's not a boring pick.
The game's like after the Game Awards, I sat there and I digested it all, and I was like Last of Us isn't. For me, it's not even a game. It was more than a game. Like, it was just on its own echelon of entertainment. It was like an interactive movie. I don't know. It was something I'd never played before.
TV show or something.
It was just so engrossing, and me and Natalie played it together, and we went through it together, and it just didn't feel like your bog standard video game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not some. Well, it's also not some boring choice, because it's not like they just made a sequel to The Last of Us. They actually took a risk.
Yeah,
a lot of risk.
Right?
A lot of
risk, and some people don't like that risk. But at least they took a risk. They didn't just make a sequel just to make another sequel, right? Like, they did something different.
And then going back to, I don't want to sound like a dickhead now, but going back to Cyberpunk, would you say Cyberpunk played it safe? Do you know what I mean? Just did the bog standard RPG game.
I don't think they played it safe.
I would say that. I
can't have an opinion, so I'm not going to have an opinion. I'll have my jokey, I don't think it's that great, blah, blah, blah. I want to play this game.
I think that's too much of a throwing Cyberpunk away, because there's so much to it. It's art direction, it's music, it's
of course, yeah.
City. There's just so much that goes to Cyberpunk that I don't think it is a safe play. They made an open world first person game from their last game being a third person RPG fantasy game. So I think that they did take a pretty big risk doing something different. So, but
yeah, maybe not safe is the right word. It's the game.
I don't think safe is the right word.
Sure, but I guess just in terms
not
of
groundbreaking.
Again, we're getting back into Cyberpunk, but just in terms of this, I've played this game before. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's different stuff here, but there's Daniel just said, it's a mix of Far Cry, Fallout, and what it was.
I said Borderlands, GTA, and
that. Yeah, it's not this is its own unique thing. I've played everything this game done before. I think the only thing it does above everything else is the world itself. It's just on another fucking level. Anyways, enough of Cyberpunk.
All right, let's go on to the big drops.
Yeah, those were the winners. What did you guys think of the Game Awards itself, the show?
Okay, I'm glad we can. I'll talk about it for just a couple minutes, but
yeah.
I don't like. I love the show. I think the show was great. I don't like how much the show has become about the trailers and all the announcements, and less about the awards and celebrating games. I feel like it's become kind of less of that. as the bigger it's gotten.
Yeah, it's more just like a second E3, right?
Like I told you when we were, yeah, exactly. And like I told you when we were doing it, my favorite, what was my favorite category? It was music, right?
Sure.
It was the music category. That was in the pre-show. That wasn't even in the show. When I think
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and when to me music is such a huge part of video games, and just that to be delegated to the pre-show, it's like that doesn't feel right, you know. And then for music to be such a part of the Game Awards, the game of the year they've been doing, they having the London Orchestra doing the whole playing music from every game, right? For that to be a huge part of the Game Awards, but then to have the best music award and not even be in the main show, that just feels off to me.
Sorry, weird, yeah. What were we saying? Sorry, I can't walk around with my headphones.
Give me your thoughts on the Game Awards show itself. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I wasn't like blown away, but I kind of think it was the best show we've had this year.
100%.
Yeah, I felt at home and comfortable for 3.5 hours. I just felt warm and cuddly, and I wasn't blown away by the announcements. And I was just like, I needed this. Like last week, I genuinely just felt like I needed it, like in an emotional gaming way. I don't know. So I mean, the announcements were so whatever. We got perfect.
I think it had some pretty big highs. It had some lows, but some of those announcements hit really hard for me. We can get into it though.
Are we not going over that?
The production value over. We're going to get into all the announcements.
You were going on about the music though. Sorry.
Yes. No. I was just saying. I pretty much finished my little rants. Like I wish that more awards were in the show and not a pre-show.
Yeah.
Like at one point, they named like 3 awards. They were just like winner, and it's like, well, is this just a show? If it is just a show about trailers and announcements, like okay, but
they did that.
The game.
They did that last year, though, didn't they? They did that last year.
I mean, they've been slowly doing it more and more. Yeah.
It is becoming more trailer centric than award centric, admittedly. But that's where the money is.
Yeah, I thought the show was good overall. It was a little bit too long. I thought
I don't think it is. Really? Longer the better. I was just
like, all right, come on, Keith, let's speed this up a little.
Cut it to like 2 hours maybe max.
I'm done here.
2 hours.
But, I did like the production value. Like that stage looked really nice. I don't know if they like rented out some place or whatever.
Yeah, they had a whole stage area.
Yeah. I will say, obviously, COVID being the proverbial thing in the room.
Sure. You talking about the elephant?
The elephant in the room. Yeah, that's it. The music was like not as good as it should have been. It being at Abbey Road, fantastic venue. Big up to London.
I mean, he always has the London Orchestra.
But because it's not there, and I don't know. It just didn't feel the same.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, it was great. I enjoyed it. 3 hours. I was at the end of it. I wasn't blown away, but I was like, you know what? I just needed like that hug. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, because we've not had it all year, have we? We've not had that. Like I know the Gamescom thing was okay, but this one, I don't know. It just felt nice.
I honestly overall haven't been impressed by any show this year except for this one.
No, Gamescom was whatever, but this just felt nice.
Xboxes and PlayStations were okay, but looking back at them, I'm looking at them not as good. But
they should have had Ashley Johnson sing "Take on Me." Smiley disappointed.
Like, how about Ashley and Laura doing it at the same time?
Or something? That would have been cool.
I liked Pearl Jam's thingy. It wasn't as emotional though. I think because I think if Troy Baker had sang it, but then I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. But
it wasn't as emotional as it could have been.
Yeah, but that's Eddie Vedder.
Of course not. No, he did a great job of it. Like it was great to be there.
Legendary. I love Pearl Jam. So.
No, I like Pearl Jam. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, you get.
It's Christmas time. This place is hectic at the moment.
Hectic. Yeah. Got like
kids are off school. Just like sugars going for the body. Like, oh man.
On the UK now, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we will get on to some of the announcements that happened at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
I didn't put all of them in here, so if there's anything you guys caught your guys' eye that I didn't put in here, feel free. say it whenever. Okay, we will start. Xbox newly formed studio, the Initiative, has announced a new Perfect Dark game. The game is still in early development and confirmed to be first person. So yeah, we got a reboot, Perfect Dark. This has been rumored for like this whole year now, right?
Yeah, it's been the rumor for a while with the Initiative.
Yeah, for a little while. But yeah,
when they had that teaser
cool
with
trailer.
Yeah, they had that teaser when Phil went there to play a game. That pretty much when they did that, it was just like, oh, everybody kind of thought Perfect Dark. But yeah. It looks great.
So yeah, we got it now. It seems like we're getting like a reboot. I hope it's a reboot. It's got to be a reboot.
It's got to be a reboot. There's no way they're continuing from zero.
Continue, yeah. Yeah, looks cool. I don't know. I kind of wish it wasn't this, but at the same time, this is kind of just like a new series to me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So
it's going to be like probably almost 20 years since zero. So
right.
It's like
it doesn't really matter, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see like what the game actually is, gameplay, stuff like that. All we got was a short cinematic trailer, so we don't know.
I still think it was a good cinematic trailer.
Yeah, no, it was a good trailer. It looked good. You guys excited for it?
Definitely. I like my FPS games, so FPS and then like some spy stuff. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, Brian McAfee pointed out that the director of Sunset Overdrive is the director of this, so maybe we'll get like some cool like parkour movement elements or something like that.
Maybe some zip lines.
Yeah, like, like that. Stuff. Run on the wall. I don't know. That'd be fun. Who knows? Sims, how you feeling?
Comes on Game Pass. I'll play it.
It'll be on Game Pass.
See what I'm saying? Like, I it's that whole early development. I just don't like it. It's too early. If it's too early to talk about it, don't talk about it. That's just me.
Yeah,
I'm impatient for one. That's the main reason.
Well, when EA does it, they just show the people.
Oh no, that winds me up.
Yeah, but at least Xbox had like a trailer with it.
As soon as I saw the Dragon Age thing, I just switched off. I was like, what are you showing me? Nothing. You're showing me nothing.
EA needs to get better at showing stuff.
EA just needs to give up.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. No, I just cancelled like EA on the Nerdic Gods.
Like one of the developers will talk about it, and then like behind them, someone's
someone's drawing a picture. Someone's mid-drawing. Yeah, basically, we're gonna make Dragon Age. Just see this guy's in the background, like still drawing it out.
Like, all right, thanks.
Oh, fuck off, EA.
Season was announced for PS5. It's a new indie game with a unique art style. This one looked cool. Cool trailer.
Yeah, it seemed interesting. Yeah.
Which one, sorry?
Season.
Oh yeah, this looked fantastic.
It's art style. It's definitely something to keep my eye on for next year. You know.
Yeah.
There was a game announced for like coming out now in the pre-show, like a Limbo type game.
I don't remember.
I didn't watch the pre-show actually.
No, it looked decent. It was like you were like a shadow of a little girl, and you're just doing limbo stuff. Do you know what I mean? It looked decent. It's like £12 on PlayStation. Something I'd like to pick up, but I don't want to play on my piece of shit PlayStation Pro.
Damn, dude.
I'm not bothered. I will drop kick my PlayStation. My Spider-Man PlayStation, I will just throw it out the door.
Don't do that.
I'm over it.
Throw it out the window, it just webs off.
It swings away.
Like, what are you doing? All right, next up. Housemarque's next game, Returnal, got a release date of March 19th, 2021, as well as a new trailer.
Yeah, it was a good time for that, I think, March.
Yeah, it's a good period for that. Look cool. The gameplay looks cool.
I want to see more of the gameplay, you know? Like,
yeah, maybe a little bit more. They're excellent at gameplay. Like, all their games are pretty fun.
I know. That's what I want to see. I want like a dive right before that game comes out. Like, what am I doing? What are my upgrades? That kind of thing. Then I'll see if I'm going to get it, you know?
What I'm shocked by is this is a full price $70 game, which I did not.
Yeah, I think they're going all out with this game.
Yeah, I thought this would be like a $40 thing or whatever, you know? I did not think this would be a full AAA $70 game. So they got to deliver now at that price point, right?
I mean, they beefed up their studio, didn't they?
I think so, yeah. Like a little while ago now, yeah. Sims, excited for that one?
No. Sorry. No.
Not
it's the one with that woman in it.
It does have a woman.
It looks like Death Stranding.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess maybe with the suit, but
yeah.
I see what you mean.
I don't know. Maybe a couple more trailers. I'll be able to give you. It's just there were so many. I can't remember. This is a week ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've slept since then.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, this was the first thing announced. Sephiroth, the iconic villain from Final Fantasy VII, has been announced as the next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character.
That was sick. He
Dope
kills
trailer,
the final boss of the main game with like it was nothing, like he was slicing butter. He killed all of the hands in the boss like it was nothing, and then he goes right after Cloud. Sick. That was sick. They play one wing angel, and then he flies in. Come on. Oh my god, he kills Mario. Crazy.
Oh man, I can't believe what they did to. I was like, what have they done? They can't. Nintendo can't allow that, and obviously he was through his collar. But I was like, I can't believe they've shown that. I was like, oh my god. And then obviously they double lost. No, decent. Like if you're a Super Smash player and you want to play a bit of Sephiroth, then congratulations.
After that, I bought the season 2 pass. Like I had the season 1 pass already. That made me like I was already gonna buy season 2 pass, but I saw Sephiroth and he's coming in December. Like, come on.
Isn't he out right now? Isn't he not out now?
He's not out yet. I'm not sure. They just said December, so
I think it came out already.
I'll have to look. I'll have to look.
Yeah, looks cool though. Really like that trailer. Yeah. Wish they just brutally murdered Mario though.
That would be insane.
Imagine that.
That would be great.
Luigi's the hero now.
Okay, cool. Next up,
Mario's in no game at all. Not even in. He's not in Mario Kart and Mario Party. He's just gone.
It's now Sephiroth Kart.
So, yeah. He has his own platformer. Oh
yeah.
Man, that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be a great game though. Next, Turtle Rock Studios has now fully revealed Back 4 Blood, a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. The game released on June 22nd, 2021 for PlayStation and Xbox devices.
Yeah, it sucks. It was only like really a CG trailer, but man, I'm ready for that. I love.
It was gameplay, wasn't there?
Kinda, but it was still very cinematic.
The guy was like, "Gameplay is king," and then he showed gameplay after the trailer.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
It's also alpha now.
It's like you can play it now, can't you? People, I think IGN are playing it as we speak. So.
Oh, really? I guess I should look up some more footage then.
Yeah, I'm a huge Left 4 Dead fan. This kind of just seems like it's just gonna take Left 4 Dead and just like remake it almost.
I mean,
they gotta add things. Yeah, there's literally a 4 in the title. Back 4 Blood.
It's the same developers. Like Turtle Rock, their last game. I mean, was it Evolve?
Yeah, it was Evolve.
Which I liked Evolve. I know it didn't stick the landing, but
played for like 2 hours.
Natalie liked Evolve.
Natalie was like proper. Like she wanted that game. Day one. We've still got the copy now. She was like on it for a while. Like she really enjoyed Evolve. Really enjoyed it.
I think Evolve was a fun game.
Yeah, I like those type of games. When you get a good group together, those games can be really fun.
Yeah.
So there's a preview. So there's a Back 4 Blood hands-on preview.
Okay, I'll have to check that out after the show.
I remember the first time I ever played Left 4 Dead. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And then. Like, I took it to my friend's house. I was like, oh, let's play this. And my friends were like, I don't like it. And I was like, you know what? Me neither. That's kind of my relationship with Left 4 Dead. I don't know, maybe I just never had that.
That's where it ended.
It was like, maybe because if they didn't resonate with it, I didn't need to resonate with it because I needed to play with friends. And obviously, I don't have any friends.
Right. Oh. That's the problem with these games.
We knew that for sure.
Oh, poor Steve.
I mean, none of us have friends, so it's just like.
Well, hey, for yourselves, okay? I got a lot of friends.
You know, people that say they got a lot of friends, I got no friends. You know that, right?
Yeah, man. That's how you really know. But yeah, looks cool. Excited to see more. I don't know if I'll buy it like day one or whatever. Maybe wait for reviews on that one, see how it is. But yeah, excited. Next up. Glenn Schofield, the creator of Dead Space, has announced a new sci-fi horror game called the Castillo Project or Protocol.
Let me.
Callisto. Callisto. Sure, whatever. Protocol. Yeah. The game comes out. The game comes from a new studio called Striking Distance and will release sometime in 2022.
Let's go.
I also found out this is taking place in the PUBG universe or something.
They like something weird that under there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Somehow in that universe.
I didn't realize that PUBG had like a whole universe around it. But
I wonder if that's how this game got funded. You know what I mean?
It's from those guys. Those guys made a new studio. What are the PUBG guys' names?
Blue something.
Blue something.
It's not Blue Point. It's Blue something.
No,
it's Blue.
Let me Google.
Google
Let
it.
me go. I'll Google it. Let me Google it. I got this.
While he's googling that, yeah, it looks cool though.
I forgot the name.
It's a
Blue Moon.
third-person horror sci-fi game, and made by the Dead Space
Dead
guy.
Space, dude.
I'm
Come
down for
on.
that.
Give
Why
me
not?
more. We're not getting more Dead Space, so this is the next best thing.
Yeah, this is the closest we're gonna get to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the names? How long does it take you? to
He's
Google
still
it?
looking at it.
I completely forgot the name of the game for like 5 minutes.
PUBG. What's PUBG developer? Like Blue Moon or something like that.
Blue Hole. Yeah.
Blue Hole.
Oh,
Blue
Fuck
Hole.
you and your blue moon. Fuck you and your
Okay,
blue
well, I
point.
knew it was Sorry. Sorry, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Looks cool though. We definitely got to see more. I got to see like how it plays and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't
But,
wait for it. I'd happily play another Dead Space game.
Great trailer though. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it was
that
really
looks
good.
really
You think that guy was the main character? He
and
was
stuff.
not the main
Probably
character.
not. Probably not.
No, he wasn't.
They're gonna have that's like the next reveal. You're gonna like some weird looking Isaac Clarke looking dude. I
Oh
assume.
man, it was so good. The ending to them games as well. Every time, shit my pants. Even though I was like, "This is number 2. I finished number 2. I'm okay. I know it's coming. And then I just defecate everywhere. It's just so scary.
Number 2 is my favorite.
Every
personally.
time. Number 1. I remember number 1. My friend had it, and she was like, "I'm just too scared to play it." And I was like, "Let me have a look." And I played it, completed it. I was like, "Listen, I have like, there's no shame in being scared of this game. I'm 3 underpants in, right, and I finished it. I'm just saying, a lot of pants talk in this show. Let me tell you.
That's usually from you.
Oh man, I've had a long day. Connor,
All right, what's up?
next.
Next up, where do I want to go next?
Where do we want to go?
Okay, cool. The developers behind Gone Home and Tacoma, Fulbright, have announced their next game titled Open Roads. This one looked really cool. I had a cool trailer, cool art style.
Carrie Russell.
Yeah, Carrie Russell, which is weird.
This is the one where they're looking for grandma's secrets, isn't it?
Yeah. There's this book and there's like a key in it or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I like mysteries.
But there was
I like Fulbright.
I
So
swear.
Fulbright's like super great developer. I love both their games.
I didn't play Tacoma. I did not like Gone Home.
Yeah, I remember you. I know. I forgot that you don't like Gone Home. Interesting.
I did not like Gone Home one bit.
Tacoma, you might like Tacoma more just because it's like a.
I own it on something.
So actually, you might not. Do you like the brain dances in Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
So it's basically that, and then you kind of play out these scenarios and conversations with people, and you can rewind and stuff like that, and you're trying to figure out what happened to the crew.
See, that sounds more my alley. Then
Check it out. It's really it's a great written game.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out at some point. But yeah, this one looked cool.
Yeah.
Caught my eye. Cool looking story.
Yeah, I really like Fulbright. So
They should take their time with making these games, huh? That company.
Fulbright.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just so.
They have like a 5-year gap in between games.
Tacoma. When did Tacoma come out? It was only like 3 years ago. Maybe 2017.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Yeah. Sims is not here, so we will not get his thoughts on that one. I'm sure he's excited. That's fine. Next up, Dragon Age 4 trailer was shown off at the Game Awards. It like hinted at that elf guy who was in a
he's like the villain or whatever.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what he is. I'm not big.
I think he's the villain, the main villain.
Okay, cool. So he's the villain. Yeah. Again, another CGI trailer from.
I thought when they teased it, I was like, oh, they're gonna actually have something.
It's funny because like BioWare showed off 2 things. I mean, we'll talk about the other one in a minute, but they're both just like CGI trailers. I figured at least Dragon Age would be far enough along at this point.
I know. At least with the other one, it was the first one we've seen. This is the second in a row.
Right.
Exactly. I want to see the second one. It's like 3rd, 4th one, isn't it? Like we were seeing this years ago, like concept art and stuff, and now it just seems to be more bollocks.
They had that one trailer, and then this is the second. It's only the second one, but it still feels like we've seen almost nothing of this game.
I apologize for my disappearances.
That's okay.
No, it's okay. Your daughter came in and grabbed Evie.
The backstory to that, right? She grabbed the Eevee. I told her 5 times, "Don't go in there. Don't go in there." And she walks past me and grabs the Eevee. I was just like, "What?"
Eevee, dude. Just give her the fucking Eevee.
And you know why she knocked to the door? She goes, "I love you." Right? I know that.
So at least people love you, Sims. Jesus.
That is working, man.
Well, I have no friends, so.
Danny has no friends.
No, you don't. You have friends. You live with your friends.
Doing that.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Anyways, next Arc 2. Someone put in here, Past of the Furious was announced. That was Daniel. A classic Daniel joke right there. Arc 2 was announced. Shows off Vin Diesel fighting a dinosaur.
How disappointing was this? Like, all the way you were like, this looks alright. Vin Diesel? Oh my god. And then Arc 2, fuck off.
I mean, Arc's a super popular game, though.
Yeah, it is, but it's also not Michael Petit. And I expect
but not every
the
game
whole...
needs to be for you, Sam.
Excuse me, Daniel Navaroli. Right, every game for this Game Award should be talking to me, alright? Because I am selfish and English.
I mean, I'll take a sip. You keep going.
No, in all seriousness though, like when Vin Diesel just walked out, I was like, "What is going on?" I was just going, "Damn!" all the way through it. And that was like, "What you want about?" I was like, "Damn!"
I like the Past of the Furious joke. The more I think about it,
You're welcome.
No, it's decent.
But like, I'm like, okay, I get it.
It's good, right?
It was a very decent trailer. But
It's gonna be Arc 2, Past of the Furious.
it had everything for me in that. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, Vin Diesel!" And then she was like, "Oh my god, a dinosaur!" And we were like, "You know what? We're having a good time."
Off to either view. Like, it just seemed like, I don't know, Uncanny Valley. I don't know.
So weird.
It seemed a little off to me.
It just seemed like, well, let's put Vin Diesel in there for Vin Diesel's sake, and then let's get some dinosaurs in there, and then it was Arc 2.
Why not? It'll probably sell millions, you know.
Yeah, and didn't they say it was like Xbox exclusive or
it's timed Xbox
exclusive? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Which is a good get for them. I know
it's been on Game Pass for a long time.
Yeah. I think we've got it.
Okay.
We got it on PlayStation. We played it on. Oh, anyway, go on.
Also, an animated series was announced for Arc, which I thought was just like a Legend of Korra sequel because the character model looked exactly like Legend of Korra. Did you notice that? It was the first thing I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
I knew it wasn't
that game. I was like, "What is going on?" It even sounded like it. I was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, no word on release date for either of those. I think Arc 2 might have said 2021 at the end. I'm not sure. Looking at that,
probably within the next 2 years or so.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. Next up, movie series The Evil Dead is being made into a third-person shooter coming out in 2021. This looks cool. I really like Evil Dead, so I was happy about this.
I know. Get more Ash. Is Bruce Campbell going to be voicing him? Do we know?
I don't know. It's his character, so
I would hope so. I don't want anybody else to voice Ash.
Seems like he's just always down to do anything for that character, anyways. So why not? Why wouldn't he? Yeah, this seemed like a Friday the 13th type game, though. I don't know. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe you don't like play as the villain or anything, but it seems like a asymmetrical.
No, I want to play as Ash.
Yeah, you probably will. I'd imagine.
I better play as Ash.
Yeah.
You know,
looks okay though. I don't know who knows how that'll turn.
We need to see more. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Sims. I know you are a big Evil Dead fan, right? I know you love horror movies.
No, he hates horror. Horror's not good. Apparently.
Sim's favorite movie genre is horror. He thinks they're all great.
There is no good horror film.
None at all. Fuck The Shining. You know, fuck it.
I tried to watch it. Natalie made me watch it. I don't like it.
I told you I can keep going with movies, horror movies. But
I just don't. I don't. Raw. Fuck off. Next. Sorry.
You're not watching good horror movies. It's fine.
Next up, It Takes Two, the new game from Joseph Fares, who's probably my favorite developer. Just fucking love that guy. Studio Hazelight. Just Hazelight. Excuse me.
Hazelight.
Trailer for the game It Takes Two. Oh yeah, I said that in the beginning. Anyways, it comes out March 26th, 2021. Fucking looks awesome. This game this really caught my eye. I think this game looks spectacular.
I still don't know a lot about the game for some reason. We've seen so much, but I don't know what we're doing.
Like 2 people running around doing a whole bunch of different types of gameplay.
Yeah.
Got a cool little wacky story of a couple of tournaments. I'm in.
Yeah.
I think
I need someone to play this with, but
Do you have to play with somebody else like A Way Out?
Yeah, it's only co-op.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, one of you two's got to play with me. I know Sims has a girlfriend that's excited for this game, so she probably is going to want to play with him.
I think for the first time,
I
think for the first time in this podcast history, I actually agree with Daniel. I have no idea what this game is.
I know.
I don't know. I watched it and I was like, and then Natalie was like, "That looks really good," and I was like, "Does it? Like, does it?"
Good. I agree. I just don't know what you're doing.
I just don't know what it is.
I'm gonna steal Natalie away from you. I'm gonna play it with her.
We can play with Natalie. No, we really enjoyed. I would have liked to like A Way Out 2 or something like another. Because that game was great.
No, I like that he's keeping it fresh.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And evolving. Like they are such a unique studio. Like I just let Joseph do what he wants to do. You know,
just let him smoke his weed and make the game.
Like, let him make like a many hours long $70 game. I'd be down for that.
That would take a long development time.
I don't care. Let's see in 5 years.
He would want to do that though. He doesn't want anything to hold him back.
Yeah, he used to be a movie director too, so I know a lot of that gets put into his games. He has so many.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, looking forward to it though. Next up, this will be the last thing from the game. Oh no, one more thing at this. Anyways, Master Chief is now officially in Fortnite.
Yeah.
So is
Blood Gulch. They have like that capture the flag creative mode. Shout out, they had Red versus Blue. That's how you get me. They had Griff and Sarge. Come on, talking to Ninja.
Did you say Fortnite got you?
The trailer did. I'm not gonna play it.
I'm clipping the fuck out of this right now.
Having Griff and Sarge talking to Ninja. Are you kidding me? I know that it wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be, but just the fact that it was Red versus Blue in Blood Gulch. Come on.
So
you want ripping at Daniel for being a Fortnite fan now?
Number one fan.
Welcome to the party, pal. No, I got this ruined for me. I woke up on Friday morning and I was like, you put LEA on right now and it's over for you, child. She's like, oh, when I watch LEA, it's like, you can watch it tomorrow. And then I was like, just before I put the Game Awards, I came upstairs and I Hope wanted like the Rocket League pass or something. So I was like, oh, are you ready for the Rocket League pass? And she just got Master Chief on there. I was like, I know it was coming, but I just wanted to see it, man. So obviously she was grounded and she's in the dungeon.
Jesus, man.
you must have a huge house.
Oh, me.
You got a dungeon and shit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, but no, big. It's amazing. And then obviously they announced Walking Dead, which was a big thing. Even me and Nat was like,
oh yeah, we forgot to say that too. Yeah, Daryl and Michonne.
Which is great. Yeah. Wonder who's going to get announced next. I'm excited.
I don't know. They're doing like famous hunters, right? So I mean, Samus would be really cool. I just don't know if they want Samus to have a gun in her hand. Nintendo's super weird about that stuff. So, that'd be cool. What about Marcus Phoenix or something like that? Or Kate Diaz, like a Gears character? That'd be cool.
You're onto something with that, aren't you? To be fair.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. My favorite part of this was the first thing you saw the day Master Chief came out on the PS5 storefront was Master Chief's photo. It was literally the first thing when you turned on PS5 was there. It was advertised.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Video games,
yeah. And then the last thing from the Game Awards I put on here was BioWare showed a new trailer of the new Mass Effect game that they teased on last month, right? They teased on November 7th last month.
It was on N7 Day.
Yeah,
they only said that they're making one or whatever. They didn't even do anything else with it. They teased the Legendary Edition.
Yeah. So yeah, this trailer was shown. It kind of hinted back towards the original trilogy. Got some different sounds. I
heard that there was
shooting off
Andromeda tease in there as well. I didn't catch
that. Okay.
Yeah, that they're somehow trying to connect it.
Yeah, and then at the end of the trailer, you see an Asari walking in with a cloak on or whatever, and then they do zoom up on her face, and it looks what people believe is Liara from the original trilogy. Yeah, thus making people believe that this is a sequel to the original trilogy.
I mean, the only way that her picking up the N7 armor, it's got to be Liara. There's no way it's another Asari.
Yeah,
dealing with stuff.
Yeah, they wanted you to think it's Liara. It's 100% Liara.
Yeah, and then there was the 3 characters in the background. It looked like a Krogan, a Solarian, and then like someone in the middle, which I couldn't really tell who they all were. Like Morden, like I guess Morden's dead or whatever. I don't know if it can be him, but the other one's probably Grunt. I assume the Krogan.
Yeah, Grunt would be there. Is Rex there still somewhere?
I mean, Rex went off and did his own thing.
Did he? Okay. Yeah, I know he did in the end of or during Mass Effect 3, but
he shows up later, but after 1, he really wasn't a part of your crew.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I love Rex. Rex is my favorite. But yeah, I can't possibly get excited for this game because I do not trust BioWare in the slightest. They fooled me once with Mass Effect Andromeda, fooled me again with Anthem. They will not fool me a third time. I don't fucking trust fucks.
What a sad statement.
Tell me what you fucking got.
Like, what a sad statement to make.
What?
Like, we don't trust BioWare. Like, how much of a shame is that?
Yeah. How did we get there? Because they failed this whole last console generation, and they failed with 2 giant games, and, released it just garbage. Not garbage, but, I mean, Andromeda isn't straight garbage. Anthem is. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't trust them. I gotta see what this game does, how it comes out. They really gotta nail this Dragon Age and this Mass Effect, or BioWare will be done. I would call that right now. How are you guys feeling on it?
I mean, I'm trying to be more hopeful about it, I guess.
Yeah.
They're at least showing what I want to see.
I want to be excited. Like, Mass Effect,
it's not like they're showing
fucking series all the time. It's just so hard to be excited for this.
Like, I want a continuation of those characters that they just kind of leave off at the end of 3 and didn't deal with. They just went to somewhere else, right? Like, they are doing something that I want. I just want to see more.
Yeah. And I like the idea of picking up after 3, like, sticking with the characters.
It's going to be like,
up to.
I wonder if like a couple hours intro of like trying to find Shepard, and then you find him, and then that's when you play Shepard after that.
That'd be cool. See, I don't know. Yeah. Shepard's got to be dead for this, right?
No, this is so. There was a Reaper destroyed. That means it's the destroyed ending, and he's alive at that, or she's alive at that.
Yeah, I know he like breathes and all, but like I don't know.
No, Shepard's alive.
Shepard would be one weird thing to me.
Now they showed the N7 armor. Like they're hinting at Shepard. Like Shepard's alive.
That hint that he's dead though too. Like you just found his armor.
No. Shepard's like the most indestructible.
You think you're gonna play as Shepard in this game again?
Yeah, 100%.
It's gonna be. I don't know about that.
100%.
Maybe. We'll see.
No doubt in my mind.
Regardless, it's gonna be a few years.
Clip me saying this. Okay.
All right. Sims, clip it out. Go for it.
Got it.
Do now. I don't think you're doing it.
I was just watching back when I eat sausage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we will see more of Mass Effect in the future. When do you guys think this will come out? Probably not till like 2023, the earliest.
We might see something more next year about it.
When this game comes out, we'll all be big top journalists, and we'll have our own studio in Connor's dungeon.
Oh, the dungeon's gone. Oh, but yeah, we can go back there. We'll buy that house. That's what we'll do. And we'll build a studio down there, right?
Sure.
After all the money I make off being a famous YouTuber and boxing Jake Paul, then we'll studio. That's my whole grand scheme here.
I know it's like massive tangent. Is Jake Paul the one that wants to fight Conor McGregor?
Yes.
I thought Logan Paul was the one that's fighting Floyd.
Yes, Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather.
I would buy that pay-per-view to watch Conor McGregor.
They're punching way up. They're punching way.
Just start from the bottom, kids. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know the damn thing about them or like what they do on YouTube at all, but like everything. I'm super into MMA, so like I just seen these guys everywhere.
I'll hint to you, they suck.
Yeah, they do.
They're not good.
What do they do? I know the
just chat shit.
Yeah, the one of them was the one that filmed in
the
the dead body in the suicide forest.
That was Logan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He sucks. He's a garbage person. So
he seemed cooler than Jake. I saw an interview with him.
They both suck.
They both suck.
Jake seems like a giant douchebag, but the other one.
Oh, they both are. Yeah.
Are they? Okay, they both are. Okay, cool. Well, they're making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
There's got to be a douchebag on the internet.
Now, one fight in Floyd he's already made like $20 million.
Isn't it going to charity though?
I don't know.
No, he's 100% getting paid for that.
I mean,
Maybe the fight itself is like said to be for charity.
I would happily get paid £1 million to get punched in the face by Floyd Mayweather.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying we get big enough, and like one of us just go box one of the Paul brothers, and we're good. You know,
I'd happily punch him in the face. No money needed. I would just go and punch him straight in the face.
If this fuck can get a fight with Floyd Mayweather, I think I can get a fight with him. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
He was on the undercard for that Mike Tyson exhibition, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the co-main on that. Or the Jake Paul one was. Yeah. So, you know, he knocked that guy the fuck out though. Anyways.
And that's enough for your boxing podcast. What?
Yeah. Oh, I'll go on. Okay. We do have a little bit more news to finish up here. The MPD numbers for November got released. Love these MPD numbers.
Give me that top 10 real quick.
Oh, I'll give you the top 20, Daniel.
Oh, baby.
All right, real quick.
Starting at 20. Ghost of Tsushima. 19, Mortal Kombat. 11, 18, Marvel's Avengers. 17, Sims, you want to say anything about Avengers? At 18 now.
Top 20?
Top 20.
Yeah, he was on a Black Friday sale, wasn't he? He should have been a bit higher, but if that makes top 10 maybe, because he's been like £35 over here for ages.
Yeah,
sure. 17, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 16, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. 15, Luigi's Mansion 3. 14, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. 13, Just Dance 2021. 12, Super Mario 3D All Stars. 11, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And now we hit the top 10. 10, Demon Souls, which is pretty good for, you know, you crack the top 10 in
a launch game.
For a launch game, PS5 exclusive. Like, that ain't bad.
Someone say the best launch game.
No, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you mean like ever? I don't.
No. The game PS5. on the PS5.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Not ever. Maybe ever. Maybe like up there in the top 10 ever ones.
Esports
in the discussion. Okay. Yeah, in the discussion.
Number 9, FIFA 21. Number 8, Animal Crossing: New Horizons. 7, Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs Legion still selling. Like
that just took a big price cut, just like Sim said.
Oh, it did.
Amazon was selling.
$40.
Amazon was selling Immortal Phoenix Rising this morning, last minute sale, £33. This was Watch Dogs was 34. Assassin's Creed that was 30. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the Ubisoft games of like that I've paid full price for are on sale.
I'm still questioning maybe if I want to get Valhalla. I've thought about it. Continue.
6, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. Number 5, NBA 2K21. 4, Madden NFL 21. And then top 3 is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales at 3. Not bad. Number 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then your number 1, of course, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
I knew it. That game. I knew that game was going to murder. That game. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
Let me just see if there's any big changes in the last best-selling games of 2020 so far. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is now your number 1 best-selling game of 2020 so far.
Isn't that
not including digital sales for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but there's still more time. It's this whole month, right? As well. So
it's not gonna pass Animal Crossing.
Who knows, man? Call of Duty. This one really.
The highest selling Call of Duty is Black Ops 2. It's at 30 million. And Animal Crossing, the last they updated it, was at 26 million, a little above that. So I highly doubt Black Ops Cold War.
Right now.
Yeah, who knows? That might end up being the best-selling Call of Duty by the end of it. Yeah, we'll have to. We'll know next month now. So next month we'll get the official 2020. Hopefully Nintendo updates them or whatever on the digital sales of Animal Crossing, so we know.
They usually don't, so it probably
usually do it themselves. Maybe they'll update it themselves in January. I don't know. That's what I hope, to know what truly is the number 1 selling game of 2020. But yeah, good numbers.
I don't think we need to worry about these other 2 stories really. We had an Indie World Showcase. We're getting Among Us on Switch. That's really the big.
Yeah.
A couple other games that seemed interesting.
Splunky.
Splunky 1 and 2 being on Switch is cool, and then Among Us.
Now on Switch.
I think those being the really big.
Yeah. And then also real quick, EA paid $1.2 billion for Codemasters, the developers behind Dirt and what was the other one?
F1. Poor FF1 as well. Like, and
they just undercut 2K. 2K, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago that 2K was going to buy them. And within the past week, they just like, nope, we're going to pay more and take it right from you.
Nope, we're doing it, you fucks.
It's just a shame because now Formula One's just gonna take a hit because that's a big popular game over here.
It depends if they just don't mess with Codemasters and just let them be themselves, you know? Because they're a big studio.
All right, cool. And now on to the new releases and dates. There's only one. It is Super Meat Boy Forever. It is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on December 23rd.
Yeah. Last big release, I assume, for the year.
Daniel, you a Super Meat Boy guy?
I actually have not played any of them. I have not played a Super Meat Boy game.
I haven't either. Isn't there only the one?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I don't know why I said games, but there should be
Girl. Is that a thing?
It's Bandage Girl, I think is her name.
Bandage Girl. Okay.
Yeah. He's Meat Boy, but she could be with him because she's bandages.
Ooh, that makes sense. Sense. Next up, we'll move on to the bets. Daniel, take over. What is the bets?
Yes. So, Connor, you have 13 wins. I have 13 wins. Sims is 17.
Ooh.
He's slowing down, but he had a big spike like in the middle of the year and was crushing us. Last week's bet was how many people are watching the Game Awards. And Connor, you said 400,000. I said 200,000. Sim said 350,000. Keely put out... No, you said 350,000.
Oh, okay.
You were back and forth with a bunch of different numbers, but you said 350,000. Keely put out his numbers, and the Game Awards exploded. He said concurrently they had 2.38, I think, or 2.8 million. The number that I stopped at, I saw like 459,000 or something. I was like, all right, well, Connor already won, so whatever it is.
All right, I'll take it. Take that out.
So we're gonna do another Twitch number. I'll keep up with this whole week. Since Among Us is now on Switch, I see maybe it'll be kind of have another explosion. I want to know how many viewers on Twitch will it have throughout the week. You want to go first, Scott?
It's a tough one, right? Man, Among Us. I'll go 69,000.
Nice.
You guys get it? You get it? You got it? 69? You get it, bud?
Sims, you want to go next?
270,000.
Whoa! Wow, it's exploding. That's a lot of views. I'm gonna go, I guess, the slightly lower. I'm gonna say 50,000. I think it gets a consistent amount.
Yeah, I wonder how much Switch will give that jump up.
Yeah, I actually don't even know what it is concurrently like right now. So, but Switch will definitely have it jump up. So let's move on to the game. We'll play as much as you guys want. You guys let me know when.
What is the game?
So what we're going to play this week is Metacritic Trivia. I'm going to read the description of the game on Metacritic. And I'm going to kind of blank out some things. And these are all going to be the best games of this year. Okay? And you guys each get one guess. That's it. And then I'll reveal the game after that. You guys can stop me at any point to guess the game.
Okay.
All right. Let me pick what game are we going to do first, though. That's the question. All right, we'll do this one. The devious villains blank and blank have escaped their blank, leaving... There's so many blanks in this one. Leaving an evil blank in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only on simply conquering their dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to blank and blank to save.
Is this coming up games? Is that what this was?
These are all best games of this year.
Oh, this year. Okay.
Yeah. Best games this year. Blank is where blank's adventure first started and where it begins in blank. But there have definitely been changes since the players... I'm not going to forget about the rest of that. So do you want me to read it one more time?
Is this Crash Bandicoot 4?
Do you have a guess, Sims?
Is that we got to guess the game then, yeah?
You have to guess the game.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
It was Crash Bandicoot.
His reaction, I was like, I'll be stupid to say it.
Yeah, that was on me. That's on
Daniel
me.
was like,
Yeah, definitely on me. Okay, all right, we'll do this one next. In the year blank warriors are legendary defenders of blank.
Hyrule Warriors. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Wow, I can't believe you guys fell for it. No, you both were wrong. It was Ghost of Tsushima.
Fuck you.
You guys hopped off real quick, so I didn't know.
You said the word warriors.
Twice.
I did. Blank is Blank's return. It's the story of an impossible fight against a vicious alien race known as the Blank. No? Okay. Set between the events of Blank and Blank. Playing as Blank. What?
No, I have no idea. Keep going.
Okay. Playing as Blank, you are humanity's only chance of survival. The Blank control the planet since the Blank incident has only strengthened as they coral the remaining population of the city. Do you want me to keep going?
What the fuck is this? Keep going.
Once I tell you, then you know. Among them are some of Earth's greatest scientists. You and Blank, can't really say that. As founders of the fledgling resistance, you've continued your candescent scientific...
Among Us.
No. Do you want to guess? Or do you want me to keep reading? I doubt you're going to get it. Just guess. If you didn't get it from
I
that,
want to get it.
if you didn't get it from that little bit in the beginning, then I don't think you'll get it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Repeat it one more time.
I'll start from the beginning. Blank is the return. I won't do that for a second. It's the story of an impossible fight against a vicious alien race known as the Blank. Set between the events of Blank and Blank, playing as Blank, you are humanity's only chance of survival. The Blank control the planet since the Blank incident. No.
Gears Tactics?
No. That's a good guess. Half-Life Alyx.
Okay. That's hard.
Yeah, that was a hard one. That was a hard one. I that's why I picked that one. Because you guys got Crash Room. Okay. You tell me how many you want to do, okay?
Let's do 2 more.
2 more? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Okay. 5 years after their dangerous journey across Blank, I'll say across the United States, Blank and Blank have settled down, living amongst a thriving community of survivors has allowed them peace and stability, despite the constant threat of Blank.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. Where was I at? When a violent event disrupts the peace, Blank embarks on a journey.
Tim's guess. This is so obvious.
Do you have a guess?
Last of Us.
It is The Last of Us. Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a PlayStation. I'm so sorry.
You're not getting
It's okay. It's okay.
I might
Alright,
do.
So one more. What game do I want to...
Doesn't look like you have it.
No, so this is up there. So earlier it was 2 bundles.
Walmart is going to have some for me at 3.
So earlier.
Let's see here. All right, we're going to have a fun one. So this last one's going to be a fun one, okay? Are you ready? Tell me when you're ready. Okay. If the hustle and bustle of modern life gets you down, Blank has a new business venture.
Animal Crossing.
Well, you guessed too. It is Animal Crossing. I'm sorry, I couldn't even.
I said Stardew Valley, the fucking generic version.
Stardew Valley. No.
Where's
not
it?
Stardew didn't come out this year. I told you it was all this year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So did you guys like that game? Was that fun?
Haven't we played that before?
I did a variation, yeah, before.
Oh, okay. That's what I figured. Anyways, that was the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 45. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Boys, you want to say anything before we leave?
I'm sorry for being so distracted.
How about we all as gamers love each other more? How about that? Let's give it a hug.
Nice positive message from Daniel there at the end. I'll do that. Hugging you guys. And whatever. Any more negativity in life. Anyways, that was
I hate
fuck you.
Fuck you!
Words. They fucking sucked. Fuck you, Keely. We're out.
This year's almost over.
On a serious note, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We'll have one episode that'll be like a little after Christmas, but Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Bye, everybody.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Hopefully I get a PlayStation.